Ah, my goodness, Barca, you're doing it again, aren't you? You're doing it again, aren't you? You're doing it again, aren't you? Comeback Kings. Another season of Comeback Kings for FC Barcelona for Don Hansi Flick in his second season. Nothing seems to change. Nothing seems to change. But wow, what a game we just witnessed today, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. Barcelona defeat Levante 3-2. Whew, in a heart racing match, a stressful match. You already know when it comes to La Liga, when it comes to these smaller teams playing against the big dogs, how they usually play. They always give them a difficult match because they try to find the certain ways to stop the other team because they obviously know that the higher teams have the best quality, have great players like Barcelona do. So Levante today, I can give them as much credit as they deserve, but at the same time, it's just what this Barca team is capable of. What this Barca team is capable of under Don Hansi Flick, a team that is very resistant, a team that will always fight, a team that is capable of making these extraordinary comebacks, and that's exactly what we witnessed today. Because wow, what a game! Barcelona get a massive 3 points in a game where at one point it was looking like, wow, we just fumbled it. What is happening? Are we really going to lose our second game of the season? And then, literally, 10 minutes into the second half, we made the comeback immediately. And then from there, just fighting and fighting, trying to find the third goal. Levante even get close to getting the third goal themselves, but thankfully we're resistant. Thankfully we had John Garcia in goal. Thankfully we made some good recoveries and definitely some controversies as well for that penalty that Levante got, which is utter and BS, fucking bullshit that they got that. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but thankfully, towards the end, the final minutes, 7 minutes, added extra time, Barcelona were able to win. And this is actually the scoreline right here. Let me put the scoreline. There we go. That's the scoreline right there. 3-2. What a massive win, ladies and gentlemen. What a massive win. But yeah, let's quickly talk about what we just witnessed today. And just for you guys to know, every time I wear the sunglasses is because we won. So if you guys see me wear the sunglasses making a Barcelona reaction video, then we probably didn't win. But yeah, this is the lineup that Barcelona decided to go with today. Juan Garcia in goal, Eric Garcia, Ronald Rajo, Paco Garcia, Alejandro Balde, Pedri Gonzalez, Marc Casado, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Marcus Rashford, and Ferran El Tiburon Torres. So, definitely some changes compared to what we saw last week. Last week, obviously, we had Frankie here instead of Casado. Last week, of course, we had we had Fermin Lopez here instead of Rafinha, and obviously no Marcus Rashford. And yeah, Ferran Torres playing the same position. But still, a couple of changes made from last week. And the main talking point before the game started was obviously the front four right here, with Rafinha playing the number 10, Rashford playing on the left. This was a concept that a lot of fans wanted to see with this Barcelona side, considering obviously we all know how important Rafinha is to the team, how essential he is to the team because he has some clutch genes. He can always, obviously that captain without the armband on the pitch all the time. So we understand his importance. And of course, Marcus Rashford, the new signing, we want to see what he's capable of. Could these two play together? Could they play in the same team together? I at one point made a video when that little Barca talk that I made with my friends. I said that I don't really think they can really play together. And Marcus Rashford, we all know that his best position is on the left, and of course that's also Rafinha's best position compared to, considering what he did last season. So question marks there. And what we witnessed today, I still agree with what I said. My opinion on that I don't want Rafinha playing at the number 10 because today I think in that first half he was little involved. I don't think he did enough in that first half. Like he didn't have many touches on the ball, and when he did, he had some good sparks in there. The little one touch, 1-2s that he made with some players, but I don't know. I don't think it was enough from Rafinha playing that number 10. I would prefer playing an actual number 10 like the likes of Dani Olmo or Fermin Lopez, considering also how Levante were playing, which was obviously parking the bus. They were playing a 5 in the back. They were playing very defensive, which again is understandable, and I'm not going to fault them for that because they're playing a bigger team with better quality players. So of course they're going to try to do anything they can to try and win the game and do their best to nullify the attack of Barcelona. But I don't know. For me, it just didn't work. I think in that first half, of course, going up against a team that just plays low block, It's very difficult. Last week we saw it with Real Madrid versus Osasuna, where Osasuna were playing Park the Bus as well. And of course, we can be critical of Madrid not creating enough, not getting those, clear cut opportunities that they should probably be getting, considering the talent that they have. With Barcelona today, of course, we struggled, but there were definitely opportunities where we could have scored, like that one play, I think, which was the clearest play from the first half, where Pedri sets up Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres, I don't understand how he misses that. He hits the crossbar from that close. I don't know why he put so much power. I don't know why he hit it that high up. Like he could have just he could have just finessed it bottom right something. He could have done something else than what he did. But we should have gone up early, or actually make the comeback with that goal, because obviously Levante get the first goal from a counterattack, which props to them. They caught us, and then the guy who scored, Romero, he just caught Kubarsi. He sent them the other way, and it was a great finish. Great goal from Levante to go up 1-0, but we should have definitely tied it up with that Ferran Torres missed opportunity. And then they go up again. They go up 2-0 from a penalty, which is complete and utter bullshit, because wait. Where is it? Wait. Let me find it real quick. Wait. Where is it? What the fuck? Where is it? Right here. Let's see who the referee was for this match. Where can I find that? Okay, I'm wasting time right now. Okay, I'm an idiot. Fuck it, whatever. It's the same guy from this shit. It's the same referee from this. We all remember this right here, right? Who is that? Oh, a Real Madrid player. When was this? A Clásico. That was a very, very decisive Clásico as well, because obviously we all know what happened in that game, the 4-3 win, where if Madrid beat us, they would have been 1 point behind. It would have been way more difficult to end the season, and we got robbed from this. But apparently this, where his arm is tucked right next to his body, but his hands are out, is a penalty. But this isn't. Pedri even talks about it. He says, I don't understand how the handball rule works. Chouameni's handball last season was clear. This one for me wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. I genuinely don't understand. I don't know if it was a matter of Hernandez going to the looking back at this game and saying, oh man, I fucked up here. Let me not fuck up for this one. Like, no, you fucked up again, because how do you not see that that's not a handball? That was not a handball. And plus, the shot was going straight at John Garcia either way. It wasn't going to go in. It wasn't a dangerous shot. Okay, maybe a shot on target, but still. This is a complete and utter robbery. Like, this pissed me off so much when we saw it on obviously when the game was going on. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're getting robbed this early on in the season. Wow, classic. But yeah, we go 2-0 down in the first half. And again, that first half, again, just struggling to create chances. We had some opportunities, but just weren't clear cut. We had many shots on target, but they were just shot straight at the goalkeeper, where he really didn't have to do much. Like the first 10 minutes of the match, we started off great. We were like attacking. We were showing something that we wanted, something from the game. But then obviously to score the first goal, and then it made it a bit difficult for us. But again, the only clear cut chance we had in that first half was Ferran Torres, where he just skies it and hits the crossbar. That first half, the main people for me who I thought were standouts were Rashford. He showed something. He showed something that he has a little spark in him to attack, to have that confidence, to build that confidence throughout the season. That's the main thing we want, because everyone wanted a left winger for the reason of not only solely depending on the likes of Lamine Yamal on the right, but also someone having someone on the left who can cause a threat as well. Because we all know Lamine Yamal is the main focal point, where we're always going to pass it to him when we need things to happen. But we also need players like Marcus Rashford who can cause an impact themselves. And, today he had some sparks where he ran through, he went past some players, little nutmeg here and there, got into the box a couple of times. And you're definitely seeing that he's getting used to the rhythm of the game, because for those who saw his interview with Gary Lineker, he said that he quickly understood how the differences between La Liga and the Premier League. Obviously, the Premier League is way more physical. You're going to run a lot more, and in La Liga, you're more reserved. You got hold possession a lot more. It's way more tactical. There's clear differences between the leagues, and what we saw from this game, we saw a little spark where he, understands it. He doesn't want to rush plays. He takes his time. When he has the confidence to go and attack and he sees a space, he'll take it. But that's the thing about playing for Barcelona, and hopefully throughout the season he improves and improves and improves. But unfortunately for him, he had to be taken off in the second half because the way that we saw that Levante were playing, we needed a tidy player in the midfield and the number 10 who can come in, take those delicate touches, link up the attack like the likes of Dani Olmo was. That was the main player I think all of us were thinking has to come in for this match and then put Rafinha back into his natural position. And that's exactly what happened. In the second half, we brought in Gavi and we brought in Dani Olmo. Rashford came off and Marcasado came off. Talking about Marcasado, maybe you can fault him a little bit for the first goal because they had a little bit of, Eric Garcia and him didn't really understand what was happening, and then boom, they got through. And but at the same time, that's just bad defending from Barcelona, and I do think Pedri had a little bit of fault in it too because he should have recovered and marked that player who got the ball to score the goal. But all right, forget about it. But I think Marcasado had a decent match. I think he did pretty good. Defensively, he was pretty solid. He made some great recoveries. He got made some great tackles. I think he was pretty good today. But of course, when you're 2-0 down, you want a more attacking player. You want a more a player that can offer you a little bit more going forward, and not only just to go forward, but also be that recovering beast that will recover the ball, like the likes of Gavi, who came in today and he was excellent as well. Gavi came in and he was excellent. Dani Olmo also created a little bit of impact. I think definitely in the number 10, he was way more. We could definitely see his presence a lot more than what we saw from Rafinha playing the number 10. Dani Olmo started linking up a lot more and getting more touches on the ball compared to what Rafinha was getting into in that second half, in the first half. But the main thing that was very frustrating, before, is that we had 5 corner kicks in the first half, and we also ended with a set piece with a free kick close to the edge of the box where we just wasted every single one. That's the main concerning thing I got from this game, was the fact that we're very wasteful on set pieces, and of course we are vulnerable on set pieces. We saw it last season how it was the detrimental part of our game, where obviously we got knocked out of the Champions League because of stupid, set pieces from corner kicks especially. And even today we saw when Levante had one free kick and they almost scored. They literally almost scored, but they just hit it wide. And that's something we desperately need to work on, because obviously teams that are better, have more physical players, have more athletic players, are going to look at that and want to take advantage of that, and then obviously they're going to cook us. So they're going to cook us, especially the likes, for example, the likes of Arsenal. We know how great Arsenal are with set pieces. If we go up against them, they'll know, hey, if we get a corner, we're going to score, because we are not great at defending set pieces, and we are not great at all at taking advantage of our set pieces, even though we got one goal from a corner kick. But besides that, it took 7 corner kicks for us to finally cause a dangerous chance. It's not even the matter of, oh wait, we took 6 before that and created a dangerous chance where we got a good header on it, but it was just a great save from the goalkeeper, or it just went wide. No, we messed up every single corner kick, and it took the 7th one to finally get one. That's the goal that Ferran Torres got. But that's something we definitely have to work on, and we need, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I see so many clips of these players working, taking their free kicks, in training and banging them in and scoring golazos, and then in game they just take the worst free kicks ever. They always sky it. They always hit the wall. They don't even get close. Wow. Well, when it comes to set pieces, it's definitely, dreading the days of, thinking of the days where Messi, every time he would just step up in the edge of the box, it's a goal. It's an automatic goal. But yeah, set pieces is something definitely we need to work on. But the first goal to bring us back into the match was from the man of the match, from the best midfielder in the world, from Pedri Gonzalez. Oh my God, that was such a sexy goal. It was beautiful. It was spectacular. Pedri just hits it and just saw that curve. Oh, unsavable. What a golazo from Pedri to get us back into the game. Oh my God, bro. That goal was just, whew. Again, if you don't watch the hub, don't go on the hub. If you want to watch something to, please yourself, just search up Pedri highlights at this point and rewatch that goal 50 times, because oh my God. What a goal from Pedri to bring us back into the game. And of course, the second goal was minutes later. The second goal was from a corner kick where Ferran Torres gets the second goal for us. Thankfully, we get back in the game early on. And again, from there, it was just us fighting, trying to get into the game, trying to get the third goal. Again, Levante had some opportunities to get the third goals for themselves as well. But thankfully, we were, recovered well. I think defensively, there were definitely some concerns. Because Levante did get through a couple times. And again, we can't afford be making those mistakes, especially because we all know that we play the high line, and all the teams know that we play the high line. So we have to get better. We have to improve. I don't know if it's a factor of because it's Araujo and Kubarsi now as the center halves. I don't know. It's because Koundé is probably not starting. I don't know what it is, but Barcelona definitely needs to fix up on that because again, we go up against a better team who can take advantage of that. Is going to be 10 times more difficult trying to make a comeback against those better teams. So, yeah, we need to improve definitely defensively because we cannot afford to be doing that. But, yeah, the one guy that was definitely another standout, and I mean in a negative way, was Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal today, woo, a bad day in the office for Lamine Yamal today. He did not impress at all. I think maybe like the first 5 minutes of the match, he had a little good couple bursts, but he was handled throughout this match. I forgot who the right back was. He did well today against Lamine Yamal or the left back, sorry. And it's never it's never easy going up against Lamine Yamal. Sanchez, what's his name? Manuel Sanchez. He gave Lamine Yamal a game today. He gave him a game today, and yeah, Lamine Yamal today utterly disappeared in a lot of cases on the match where you would normally think, hey, this guy's always going to step up, he's going to be our savior, and in the end he ultimately was our savior, but it's like, wow, you don't expect Lamine Yamal to disappear like in this fashion. But at the same time, like I said in that Barca talk video, we can't depend fully on Lamine Yamal. That's why we need other players to step up, and thankfully other players stepped up. Other clutch players came in, like Pedri, who scored that goal, and of course the corner kick that Ferran Torres scored today as well. But yeah, Lamine Yamal struggled today, but even if he struggles, what the main thing that you want from Lamine Yamal, from these great players, even though they're struggling, they're not having a great game where they're probably getting locked up, you can say, they're still going at it. They're still trying consistently, going and trying to help the team, even if they know they're not having a great game. And that's exactly what he did. And he brought us to that third goal. Then own goal, a magical own goal. The luck of dreams that everyone likes to call it. And thankfully, thank God, bro. It was unfortunate for Levante. Lamine Yamal crosses it in. It hits a Levante player's head. He didn't expect it, to go that way, and then it goes into his own net. But thank God, bro. Thank God, because that was that was a match. That was a match for real. Where Levante, again, very solid in defense, and we did create a lot of chances. I think we blundered a lot of chances as well. Ferran Torres had a couple of chances, especially with headers, but he definitely needs to improve on that because he gets into the right spaces. It's just about having that, great finishing like the likes of Lewandowski, because I was asking for Lewandowski to come in because we know when Lewandowski gets into those areas, as old as he is, he's still an incredible striker, an incredible player to finish those goals for you, especially when you're in dire situations like this, because he came on but didn't really do much. Koundé came on, pretty solid when he came on as well. Christensen came on, again, pretty solid. Because at that point, defensively, Levante got through like maybe once or twice in that second half where they had a clear chance. They had like one clear chance where John Garcia made a great save. But besides that, it was all us. We were holding possession as expected, just trying to go for the third goal. And thankfully, we got the third goal towards the end of the match. But man, what a game. What a game from Barcelona. The comeback gene is still on Barcelona. This won't be the last time we see this. This won't be the last time we see one of these comebacks, because that has been Barcelona's DNA with Hansi Flick since he's joined last season, and we're probably most likely going to see it next season, especially considering it's the high line. High risk, high reward, or high risk, very negative rewards. But yeah, what a game. Obviously, the man of the match, 100,000 trillion% goes to Pedri. And again, if you hate on Pedri, you just hate football at this point. Like, genuinely, if you hate Pedri, you hate football, because not only does he score bangers for you, not only is he creative, but it's just his eloquency on the ball. Like, how eloquent, eloquent, how eloquent he is on the ball. Like, he is just a magician, bro. Like, today, he did everything for us. Created clear chances, scored the golazo. Clearly man of the match. Defensively also getting back there and helping out the team, running back and forth. Like, finally, we're seeing the Pedri that we all been wanting to see. And this guy is just going to get better and better and better. And I'm expecting another incredible season from him this season. But yeah, wonderful performance from Pedri today. And yeah, overall, Thankfully, we got the win. Thankfully, we got the dub. And yeah, that's all that matters. The 3 points. That's what matters the most. 3 points. So let's see tomorrow if Real Madrid can match up or if they're going to blunder. And then we'll have a little advantage because Atletico de Madrid 2 games in a row. Atletico Madrid draw points. Yeah, they're yeah, okay. I don't think we have to talk much about them because I've been saying it for a minute. And yeah, Diego Simeone. I don't know how much longer, but time is ticking, buddy. Time is ticking. But yeah, guys, that was the video for today. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the game. Who was your man of the match of the game? How do you feel about this comeback gene? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you despise it? Well, you better get used to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're used to it at this point if you watched all of last season because it is Hansi Flick ball. Never underestimate Hansi Flick ball. And of course, like the saying goes, you create your own luck. People will call that third goal luck, all luck, but you create your own luck as well. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Show your friends to love football. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Whenever that is, much love. Take care. And peace.